Hello everyone, my name is Hunter Lawson and this is my thesis proposal. So firstly, let me explain a little bit about the project. What I plan to do is create 3 individual environments, each connected to each other to help tell a story throughout all 3. The gameplay that I would expect to be within these environments is a first-person shooter with RPG elements, and the game is meant to be within the Halo universe. So I will be striving to maintain a consistent art style between my environments and the Halo environments. For influences, number 1 will be Halo. That is the ultimate goal of the project, is to create an environment that feels like it could be dropped into any one of the Halo games and it just fit. Beyond that, Infinite Warfare, The Expanse, National Geographic's Mars, and The Martian all do an excellent job to showcase the sort of Martian surface and the planet itself, which I will be taking a lot of reference from. And 2001: A Space Odyssey does an excellent job of showing different technologies that might be used in the future that I will be referencing. So there's a few big reasons for me to be doing this project. One, I really want to improve my skills. Creating this project would definitely bring my portfolio to another level, and I think with that improved portfolio it would really appeal to potential employers in the future. So again, what exactly am I making? The project will be made up of 3 continuous but distinct environments: a space station, a landing vessel, and a Mars habitat. The station, which is in orbit over Mars, will have a single playable area, and within this playable area there will be 2 main points of interest. On one side of the room there will be large expansive windows that allow the player to look out into space and see the Martian surface below. And on the other side of the room is a large tree that is meant to contrast highly against the technology that is surrounding it with its more natural forms. As the player leaves the station, they will enter a landing vessel which will ferry them down to the surface of Mars, and this ship is meant to feel very much like a military cargo plane. Once arriving on the surface of Mars, they will enter their new home. This home is meant to be their base of operations, and this environment will have 2 goals. 1, it will to create a space that feels really lived in, and 2, to have a believable exterior of the Martian surface to be seen through the windows. Working on this project will help me refine a few key skills that will help me in my career later on. Firstly, it will help me learn how to hit a very specific art style when requested. It will give me plenty of practice with hard surface modeling, plenty of environmental storytelling. It will help with my composition, and it will help with my level design skills overall. To explain my career goals best, I have to go back over a decade and explain that when I had first played Halo Combat Evolved, it put me in a world that I felt was real. And this game really set me down the path of becoming a game developer. Because of this, I want to return that favor to help develop another Halo title. This project will help potential employers know that I am ready and capable to contribute meaningfully to the series. I've put together an asset list for each one of these environments. The station asset list contains the most individual assets, and creating this environment would definitely take the most amount of time from all 3. My biggest concern while creating this environment will be matching the texture style and quality of the Halo games. The ship asset list will have the fewest number of assets. Though there are not as many assets, these assets are more highly detailed than the previous, which will mean I'll be spending almost the same amount of time working on the ship assets as I did the station. The habitat asset list contains far fewer assets than the station. However, given the size of the assets, it will take me roughly about the same amount of time to create. My main concern for this part of the project is to create a believable Martian exterior. One that when the player looks out and sees, they could believe that they are actually on the surface of Mars. For each of these environment sets, they will all have one distinct asset that is meant to be the focal point. For the station, it will be the large indoor tree. For the ship, it will be the passenger seats. And for the habitat, it will be the exterior Martian surface. These assets will require a significant more amount of time spent on them than any of the others. While exploring the space station, the player should have a feeling of awe as they look out into space, seeing the planet down below them. They should also have a feeling of extreme juxtaposition between the sterility and hardness of the station against the natural and organic shapes of the tree growing within. While riding the landing vessel to the surface, the player should feel a bit claustrophobic, and the ride should feel dangerous, almost as though they are dropping into a battlefield. Upon arrival at the habitat should bring with it a sense of purpose. The player is there for a reason, and the habitat will contain all the tools they need to fulfill that purpose. While developing the assets for the station, the biggest points of reference will be the Halo art style, large window designs, and oak trees. While working on the ship, my main focuses would be on submarine interiors, military cargo planes, and ergonomic chair designs. Lastly, for the habitat reference, I will be looking at the Martian habitat and National Geographic's Mars's habitats. I believe this project could be created within the time limitations set before me, and I think it would greatly benefit my portfolio, my skills, and future prospects. I look forward to hearing any critiques or ways to improve the project. Thank you very much.